Don't know where to begin on this one. $10 million option. Best player on the team, according to Baseball Reference last year. And when you look at wins above replacement, they declined his option, and the Cubs picked him up off waivers. They didn't want to pay him $10 million. Homer Bailey threw 2 no-hitters for the Reds and got over $100 million. You figure, one no-hitter might at least get you another year. Again, to state the facts, the Cincinnati Reds have declined the $10 million option for Wade Miley for 2022, and the Chicago Cubs have picked him up off waivers. The Cubs are figuring on rebuilding. The Cubs are figuring on trying to have young guys play and figure out what the future looks like for the franchise. That team would rather have Wade Miley than the Reds? That is the worst messaging I've ever seen. This franchise has no idea what it's doing. If it wants to rebuild, fine, I get it. But they're not saying that. They're talking about finance. They're talking about getting rid of money. They don't care. They don't care who's on the field, just as long as there's a product. Just as long as there's something on television for you and for me to watch and for them to make money. They said they tried to trade him basically in the same time frame as it took them to trade Tucker Barnhart. And the quote that Nick Kroll said was, "We don't want to attach prospects to a deal just to offload money." They would have had to have attached prospects to Wade Miley? Who were they talking to? Their agenda is so pronounced and obvious and terrible that other teams know they can take advantage of them. This is now no longer a bad plan. This is a joke. This franchise is being run into the ground because of greed, because of money. And fans like me and fans like you are the ones that have to suffer for it. Now we are stuck in a position where there's a possible lockout coming on December the 2nd. And not only that, whenever we get baseball back, we're going to have a team that doesn't care about winning and losing? I have resisted this. I have hoped that something would change. I'm on board. Hashtag sell the team, Bob. Done with this. Done with this nonsense. I love the Reds. I will be a Reds fan forever. But I cannot stand the way that they are being run right now. I get it. If you don't want to pay the $10 million for Wade Miley next year, that's fine. Pick up the option and trade him. $10 million for a starter of Wade Miley's caliber is absolutely cheap and cost effective. That is not something that you would have to attach prospects to for a deal. A guy like Wade Miley would probably make 12, 13, 14 million on the open market next year. And we're waiving him, and he's picked up by a freaking division rival. I hope. Here's what happens. I love the Reds. I want the Reds to win the World Series. I want them to win as many games. I want them to win every game next year. But I hope to God that Wade Miley pitches for the Chicago Cubs in multiple games against the Cincinnati Reds and throws multiple no-hitters next year. Yeah, I'm not really thought out on this. I'm just mad. I'm just, yeah. One of the best moments of the year. And we're waving this guy, giving him to Chicago, literally giving him. The Reds traded Raisel Iglesias in a deal that looked terrible. It looked awful. They're not getting anything back for Wade Miley. Nothing. That is negligence of the highest order. I yeah, there's more to come this offseason. We got to break down what sort of franchise, what sort of state this franchise is going to be in on opening day. And I saw, I believe is the beat writer for FC Cincinnati for the Athletic, Laura Fowler. She tweeted and she said the Reds are doing their best to make FC Cincinnati no longer look like the most dysfunctional franchise in Cincinnati. Congratulations, Bob. Congratulations, ownership. You are you are D, you are sinking the Reds to a point where FC Cincinnati is feeling good about themselves.